ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतान् शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदवेदान्तवेदाङ्ग विद्यास्थानेभ्यः च ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यो गुरुः स शिवः प्रोक्तः यः शिवः स गुरुस्मृतः विकल्पं यस्तु कुर्वीत स नरो गुरुतल्पगः। सदा शिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा द्विबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनः शम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम हरि ओम। नमः श्री शंकरानंद गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलास महामोह ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे। पेज 185 वर्स 158 वर्स 158 प्लीज रिपीट। सौषुप्तमानंदमयम् प्रक्रम्यैवं श्रुतिर्जगौ एष सर्वेश्वर इति सोऽयं वेदोक्त ईश्वरः. Next verse 159. सर्वज्ञत्वादिके तस्य नैव विप्रतिपद्यताम् श्रौतार्थस्य वितर्कत्वात् मायायां सर्वसंभवात्. अयं यत्सृजते विश्वं तदन्यथैतुं पुमान् न कोऽपि शक्तस्तेनायं सर्वेश्वर इतीरितः. सर्वेश्वर इतीरितः. We were seeing this chapter 6 of Panchadashi, which is called Chitradeep Prakaran. In this Chitradeep Prakaran, 1st to 17th verse were depicting on canvas example. If you remember, whole chapter is told in a brief form. So canvas had 4 stages: Dhaut Pattaha, Ghattit Pattaha, Lanchit Pattaha and Ranjit Pattaha. That canvas which was without anything added to it, then starch was added to make it firm, then there were outlines, and then there were clear-cut coloring done. So Dhaut Pattaha was referring to the Brahman. The Ghattit Pattaha was referring to the Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha, what you call the consciousness conditioned by the total mind. Then came the Ghattit Pattaha was the Ishwar, Avyakt, the consciousness conditioned by the total unmanifest. When the outlines were given, that is the consciousness conditioned by the total mind. And when the clear-cut pictures were put in that canvas, and you can clearly see, which was little ambiguous when the outlines were given, then it is called Virat, consciousness conditioned by the total gross body. So, but it was also seen when the picture was made. There was Abhas Vastra and Adhar Vastra. That differentiation you saw. The clothes which are falsely seen on the man and the cloth which is the canvas cloth. I had seen that cloths seen falsely on the man are many, but the canvas cloth is one. Second thing, the coloring of that cloth can be changed. That which is the cloth put on by the human being, but the coloring of the canvas cannot be changed. So one is ek, other is anek, one is nitya, other is anitya. Third, the cloth which is on the man is dependent on the canvas for its existence, but the canvas is not dependent on anything, and therefore one is satya, other is asatya. One is nissar, other is sar. We had seen it. I am just bringing it back in your mind so that you don't feel out of tune. Please note, scriptures have a very deceptive way. That moment you stop revising, it slips very fast. So it is very, very important for the students of Vedanta. So keep on re-revising and re-studying what already they have studied. Otherwise, 90% chances are you will slip what was the flow of the topic. 18 to 21st was the Akash, four kind of Akash, total space, the pot space, the water, the space reflected in the water, and space reflected in the cloud. One was the Brahman, which is total space. The pot space was Kutastha or Drishta. The reflected space in the water was the Jeev, and the space reflected in the cloud was the Ishwar. This was the second topic. 22nd to 103rd verse was the topic of Kutastha and Jeev. One is changing I, other is unchanging I. And it was mentioned how changing I is false. We have many doer and enjoyer, many knowers, and how the unchanging I alone is the truth. From 104 verse to 209 verse, the topic of Ishwar and Brahma Ekatva is going on. And in this topic, we were on the topic of Ishwar Swarup. What is the essential nature of Ishwar? We had seen Ishwar is made out of three components. The total unmanifest, that was a reflecting medium, RM. And in that reflecting medium, the original consciousness was superimposed, and this RC of the Ishwar with the conditioning of Maya makes it Ishwar. This we had seen. Then we saw Maya regarding its characteristic, status, function, and inexplicable nature. There were four topics which we discussed in Maya aspect. And we had given lot of time on Maya. So therefore, you should be now clear why the question of why Maya, what Maya, is not very much right question. Then we now came to the topic of RC of Ishwar. Earlier was the RM of Ishwar. Now we are seeing the RC of Ishwar. And in that, yesterday, Vidyaranya Swamiji had taken the quotation from Mandukya Upanishad, 6th verse. Yesterday, if you were seeing, and there's a very famous verse, Esha Sarveshwara, Esha Sarvagya, Esha Antaryami, Esha Yonihi, Sarvasya Prabhavapyohi Bhutanam. So, Vidyaranya ji had used 4 points to describe this Ishwar. Sarvagya, Sarveshwara, Antaryami and Yoni of the world. Who is all omniscient, who is all powerful, who is Antaryami, that means goes through all. And fourth is who is the womb of the whole world. Don't forget this for your life. Vedanta is a very important, subtle topic, and without that, you will never have peace of mind. So, this we saw, he explained the topic of Sarvagya. If you remember, we had seen 159th verse yesterday. We had seen, not seen. And then 159th verse, now you should see the book also. It's very, very interesting. It is very, very inspiring also. You saw that there is something called pralay, or the dissolution, total dissolution. In the pralay, all the jivas go to unmanifest. And in the pralaya, all the world also goes to unmanifest. So there are three things which are unmanifest. Unmanifest means neither seen by eyes, neither known by thought. The objectification and mentation both have ceased to exist. There is something called objectification. I see you, that is objectification. Mentation means I can think about you. I am not able to see you, but I can think about you. So, pralaya is important and it happens, we had seen this. Now, be careful. Regarding jiva, there are two things. One is the karmphal of all jivas, and second is the vasanas of all jivas. Ishwar has to be omniscient because he alone has made the karmphal of all jivas, knowing all the karma of all jivas. Number one. Number two, Ishwar has to be omniscient because he knows all the vasanas of all jivas. And number three, Ishwar has to be omniscient because he has known the whole Jagat also. He has known the all world also. When I say all world, it means subtle world as well as the gross world. And therefore all the knowledges and all the languages of the world is in the unmanifest. And if you remember, I had mentioned towards the end of the class that whatever knowledge is there, that is coming only from unmanifest. Outer teacher is just bringing out the thought which is already hidden. If you have kept in mind, that was the point which you should not forget. So there is no knowledge which a person cannot have. Only thing he has to put sufficient effort of manifesting that knowledge. The process through which you manifest the unmanifest knowledge is called practice and teachers. Teacher creates an environment to bring out the thought which was already hidden. And if you keep in mind, I had said any thought will come from the unmanifest only. So you hear something and the thought which was there has come out. So if you have practiced and if you have disciplined yourself, if you have repeated yourself, so there is so much about that area that you can become a moving and walking, talking encyclopedia regarding that subject. A genius is one who has himself disciplined, devoted, dedicated. Therefore, use the word, he is a dedicated doctor. He is a dedicated scientist. He is a dedicated engineer. Means what? He has surrendered to the unmanifest. And when you surrender yourself to the unmanifest in that subject opens itself. So a lot of thoughts about that subject will start unveiling and coming out. But that is what Ishwar is. So this is called omniscience of the Ishwar. Is it clear? Now, Vedanta Swami just puts a very strong point. He says, Tasya naiva vipratipadyatam. Never develop a doubt or reservation that how is it possible that he knows everything. Because if he doesn't know everything, then karmphal giving is not possible. Because to know give, and if you don't believe in karmphal, then everything will collapse. That means this is the only birth. That means there is an effect without a cause. But when you see the creation, creation itself is showing high level of intelligence. Remember intelligence I had said? Creating a definite cause to produce a definite effect. for giving out a certain fruit of action and fruit of grace. That intelligence is there. And intelligence is not the nature of the object. Then whose nature is the intelligence? I gave the example of whether it is the seasons changing, whether digestion is going on, whether you are eating the food, whether the configuration of tooth you see, whether the bodies you see, whether you say the woman's body which has a womb, Bhagavan has made the womb for the child, for the baby to be inside that, for conception. So if you see, so you can always see the definite cause called womb was created for the baby to be there and grow for some time. And definite cause was created when the baby is big enough, so that womb will be throwing that baby out. I have known, certain villages in India are there. Their hospitals are not there. So hospital is 2 hours or 1 hour. So all of a sudden the labor pain is started to the lady. Now that poor person didn't have a scooter or bus or car. So he took a bicycle. And behind the bicycle that lady was sitting. On the road only she delivered the child. This also I have seen. And not now, but earlier days, many women used to lose their life. Here also it happened. Lot of remote villages are there. So, see, the system is there. So are you getting my point? So, creating an intelligent cause to bring out intelligent effect. Now you will have to say there is one thing called intelligence. Now this element called intelligence is not of the body, because body loses this intelligence after some time. Inert thing is intelligence. Because to make something, the maker should not be made. Maker should be different than made. And maker should have the made in thought form before it makes. And therefore, to use such words like nature is intelligent, body is intelligent, these are not proper statements. I'm receiving with the body. It can be season, it can be digestion, it can be solar system. So you have to believe that there is super intelligence is there. And intelligence is there, that consciousness has to be there. And therefore Ishwar has to be omniscient. I hope you are understanding. But please note my point. Brahman is not omniscient. Brahman is of the nature of knowledge. Here omniscience means one who knows everything in detail. Brahman is not knowing objectively anything. And therefore Mundak Upanishad says, Yah sarvagyaha sarvavit yasya jnanmayam tapah. Mundak differentiates these two words. Mundak says one that Ishwar knowing himself as a Brahman is one knowledge. And Ishwar knowing everything in detail is another thing. I hope. So one is Ishwar Swarup, other is Ishwar Prabhav. So, because you see the intelligence in the world, because you see intelligence in knowing the fruits of action, and also he should know what is the intention of the person. He should be intelligent enough to know what the action he did and how he did. If he doesn't know how the action was done and why he did it, what was his intention real, then he will be not able to give the fruit of action. To give the fruit of action, he should be inside the mind, knowing what is the intention and sankalp, and therefore he can only give the fruit. Otherwise, he will say everything will be the cause and effect relation will not be justifiable. And therefore, he is saying, don't doubt that how Ishwar can be omniscient. Somebody said, why can't I doubt? Why can't I doubt? So you see how the intelligence is pushed. Karm, Karmphal and the Jagat Sanrachana. That tells that Ishwar should be omniscient. If mountains, if glaciers are not there, you won't have the river. So creating an intelligent cause called the glacier for the river is there. Therefore say the Antarctica, etc. because of the ozone layer is broken and because of that it is melting. So they say after 100 years certain cities will not be there. They will drown in water, which are in the coastal areas. Mumbai also is one of them. I don't know about Singapore, but Mumbai is also one of them. Singapore is there, I don't know. It's also there. But it is very, very close to the sea because they all will start melting. They have been put, it's a storage of water actually. This much ice is there in a solid form. But if it melts, it will spread all around. It will take much more space than the ice is taking. If the water in condensed form is somewhere packed and kept properly, and it is released from time to time. See, if Antarctica or Arctic Ocean is not there, so you will all have problems of water, etc. I'm just giving the intelligent cause. I gave the example of rotation and revolution of the earth also. You know, earlier I used to think why these unnecessary planets are there. Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, Venus, etc. There is no livelihood there also, there is no life also. And then somebody told, and I also read somewhere, that certain, what is it called? Asteroids. Certain asteroids, etc. come and they hit them. And they act as a shield towards Earth also. Because there is hardly gravitational effect there. There is no gravitation there. If you throw this, you may not get it back on the top. Because it is not gravitating. Intelligent effect of gravity is created. A moon, the gravity is 1/6. And therefore, moon heat is also there. You can't eat ice cream. By the time you start, it will melt. Therefore, you can't live in moon. And so many other things are there. And therefore, omniscience of the Ishwar is very much proved. It is written here, Naiva pratipadyatam shrautarthasya avitarkyatvat. It should not be doubted. Teaching of the Ved as a Praman should not be doubted. Last line he says, Mayayam sarvasambhavat. By Maya anything is possible. Don't have a doubt. Maya which can create the world which is so inexplicable, then he can know also. So this is one lakshan of Ishwar. I hope this point is clear. Now he is going to another characteristic of Ishwar called omnipotence. He says, it is about Ishwar, RC is going on, not OC, either RM. RM has been mentioned. Maya, we have seen RM. RC we are seeing. Acha. RC we are seeing. Oh. Who is RC? Ramesh Chand. Not Ramesh Chand. Reflected consciousness. Oh, sorry. So not Ramesh Chand. So here, now to see understanding the omnipotence. Ayam yat srijate vishwam tad anyathaitum puman na kopi shakta. This is the whole sentence. Whatever world is created, who creates? I am Ishvara. I am is for Ishvara. Yat ayam srijate vishwam. Nobody can change it. Nobody can alter it. Now, again I will go to the pralay. Please be very, very careful. When I say power, I have certain thoughts which are unmanifest. My power of thinking is bringing the unmanifest to manifest. And supposing somebody is ill or somebody is tired, it is 11 o'clock in the night and you are very, very sleepy and very, very tired. And at that time somebody asks a question. Now at that time to bring the unmanifest thought to manifest is a big challenge because tiredness is there, Shakti is not there. Or you are ill, you have fever or you have a certain kind of ailment is there. So after few moments of notes writing or reading, you will be tired. And you will feel like, therefore doctor will say, please rest. Doctor will say, please don't do anything, just lie down and rest. Rest means don't bring manifest from unmanifest. Remain in unmanifest only. Because you don't have Shakti right now. You are in reserve. Already you are going in reserve. All the bacteria or all the viruses have really taken away your power that was there. Yes, you must be seeing. And really when you walk or you talk, you feel very exhausted in a short time. You feel as if I have walked a lot, talked a lot, or read a lot. In one page, I am so exhausted. I feel so tired. At times, it's everybody's experience with it. So what is the meaning of Shakti? Shakti means through which you bring out manifest from unmanifest. Oh. Similarly, if you sing, singing also is very tiring because you need lot of energy. Or you dance, or you walk, or you cook. Any work you do. Even cooking involves what ingredients have to be put here. It is not only physical work, there is some mental work also can tire you. I hope this point is clear. Now when I come to Pralay, in Pralay, there are three things unmanifest. One is the Jeev's prarabdha is unmanifest. All Jeevs, all fate is unmanifest. Second is his nature or vasanas are unmanifest. And third is whole world is unmanifest. Now note my point that unmanifest cannot automatically become manifest. Because no power will act unless it is instigated by Chetan. And therefore that Chetan prompts. That Chetan is prompting the unmanifest to convert into Jeev and Jagat. So this world is made by... If the Ishwar was not there, who will prompt unmanifest? And another thing what is very, very surprising, which always I had mentioned also, holding itself is an action. Holding, supposing I hold this paperweight, I am not doing anything, I am just holding it. This holding also is an action, because ing is there, it is a verb is here. So who has held the Jeev's nature and prarabdha for billions of years, that itself is an action. Otherwise you cannot, if something is not held, it will fizzle away. It will fizzle out. You can't get it back. Bank had held my money. And therefore after 30 years also I go to the same bank and say, this is my passbook. I had deposited so many millions, so he will get back after the what scheme you had used to double or triple whatever it is there. It has kept it. But you keep money anywhere, it will all disappear. I hope you are understanding. So holding the Jeev's prarabdha, holding my nature. Otherwise, after so much hard work, I by-hearted certain thing. I created a vasana, and I am rebirth after pralay. Again, all my good vasanas have gone. Ishwar has forgotten. And every other person vasana has come. Or all have got clean slate. So all my vasanas will disappear. But exactly with the vasana which you had slept in the pralay, exactly same vasana you will get after billions of years, not few years. Billions of years is the pralay time. Because during pralay time, Srishti or earth, water, they are getting rejuvenated. Sometimes new earth is there. Sometimes the same earth is revamped. They say not an ocean of droplet of water is now pure because of the oil tanks. So a lot of oil tanks move in the ocean. And sometimes whole oil spills. That also is seen certain place. I hope you are understanding. So Ishwar's action of holding the prarabdha, holding the nature and holding the unmanifest work is mind-boggling. Only, smaller you are, smaller thing you can hold. If supposing baby is there, 2-month-old baby, he can't hold paperweight also. Because his palms are this big only. He can hold flour maybe and start eating. But he cannot hold paperweight. Maybe he is 1 year, he can hold paperweight but can't hold the 2 paperweight. Both hands they will take the glass to drink water. The children take both hands. So bigger you are, bigger things you can hold. So to hold the whole universe in unmanifest form, it will be Ishwar only. If the Ishwar was not there in the pralaya, then there will be no holder and everything will fizzle out. Those who just say Ishwar, I don't believe, they are not thinking. I don't want to say in the morning they are foolish, but they are not thinking properly. They think they are intelligent. But there is a sign of their non-thinking. I hope you are following what I am saying. Now, when I say he creates the world, when he creates the world, it means he, by the touch of the consciousness, he brings out manifest from unmanifest. Now get my point. I want to make a very big house. Where? In Las Vegas or in Honolulu. There is a place called Honolulu. Is in America or what? Hawaii. So Hawaii is how far from America? Far away. Island. Which country? Is the country? US? Australia? Part of US. वही तो कह रहे हैं. Supposing you want to go to Honolulu to make house. Supposing I am not. Mind is there. I have sufficient money. I have supposing $1 billion. Why to talk of million now? When you have to imagine, only imagine very big. Why didn't imagine less than billion? Now this much you have avyakt. Now this thought is avyakt that I have to build a house there in that place, Las Vegas or New York, whatever. Let us go to New York, direct flight is there. Okay. We'll build a house, from there we can go to another hotel. Please note, now to manifest, unmanifest, to manifest, you need planning, you need getting the resources, Bole, let me see who can, let us search a contractor or engineer or architect. Let us see the one agents are there who can give me the land, etc. Let me see what the architect brings. So you have sankalp, you have the resources, and then you have action, then you have time, then it will take, can you build it fast? No, it will take time. It cannot be so fast. You have to search, it will take some time. Some people want, everybody's work is urgent. This is a big problem. When it was important, they didn't do. When it is urgent, then they start. And then they rush the person. So, it's very urgent. Can you do it by afternoon? Can you do it by tonight? Can you do it by yesterday? It is so urgent. And you could create pressure. देखो एक बात ध्यान देना. ईश्वर converts the unmanifest to manifest without time and space, without the what is it called, planning, or without lot of things required for, accessories required for that. Just by sankalp, it can convert the unmanifest to manifest. And therefore he will be Ishwar. Number 1 point. Number 2 point. How strong is the person? How less time it takes to convert to unmanifest to manifest is strong of the person. If President of America wants to go in any country, supposing he wants to go to Australia or India, he need not apply for visa. He did not go to airport. He did not go to security check. He has a separate plane kept for him all the time. Every pilot is ready. Not that pilot is on leave. Pilot is always ready for any emergency. And maybe within 1 hour, he can just go. He will report there and he goes. Or he wants a Mexican food. Not that he has to first go to some Mexican. In his kitchen, every kind of cook are already there. So within the amount of effort and time lesser is taken, more power you have. But other person, he will have to apply for visa. You have to go to the airport, search the hopping flight, and then what is it called? It is late today. Flight is late today by 3 hours. And then ticket I have to purchase. And if I'm very poor, I cannot afford also, then first it will take few minutes to get that amount of money. So all-powerful Ishwar will not have any such hassle. And therefore, Ishwar, second point is, Ishwar will take minimum time and minimum intermediary resources to convert the unmanifest to manifest. This is the second point. Third point is very important. Whatever Ishwar has created, because Jeev's rule you can break. Government has made custom that if you are carrying any article more than this worth, you have to declare there is a red channel, there is a green channel. And I go to the red channel and say, see, I have got 10 mobiles. New mobiles are there. And this is the receipt of that. And maybe 20%, whatever is the custom charge, you have to pay. You are smart enough. You went through a green channel. One mobile you put here. One mobile put on your handbag. One mobile you had put in the other big bag. Somebody was there in India. He is a gold businessman. So what he does? Most of the necklace he himself puts on. The jewelries which he has to sell, gold jewelries, all gold jewelries. So he puts on most of the necklace and all this all around. like Bappi Lahiri. One Bappi Lahiri was there. He was very fond of gold. He used to put on gold all the time with glasses. So these clever things you can do and bypass the laws. Ishwar's law can't be bypassed. Na anyathaitum puman na. This 160th shlok. You cannot do anything. You cannot bypass gravitational law. You can't stop the earth. You can stop a car because it was man-made. We all the people of the world will stop the earth by pushing like this. You can't stop old age. Many are trying. You cannot stop. You can't stop hunger. You can't stop the calls of the nature. You can't stop death. Ravana etc. tried a lot. You can't stop rebirth if Vasana is there. You cannot be born without father and mother. Every relation will be ending. These are the laws. Break it. To eat the food, you have to go through the mouth. Ishwar's laws are irrevocable. I hope you are understanding. And therefore it is written, this na will go with na tad anyathaitum puman kopi shakta. Na kopi shakta. Nobody can do it. This is therefore is called Sarveshwara. This is third point about the Shakti. You cannot do anything about that. You cannot change your features a lot. Michael Jackson tried. You cannot change your color a lot. You may change, they have hair transplant. A lot of plastic surgeries are there. They are dangerous also. It can be very, very risky. Don't go for that. Bandhan, don't go for surgeries. So, na kopi shakta. Bandhan had no hair. Still he is going to the barber. Yesterday he went, no? Yesterday he went to the barber. Hardly any hair is there. How much he charged? Huh? 75 rand. Therefore I don't go. I just save money. If my hair barber see, he'll get anxious. है साहब क्या करोगे न सकता it is very difficult. You cannot temper what Ishwar has laws has made. I'm talking physical laws, emotional laws are all there. If ahankar is there, a person will not get love. You are not lovable. Humility and lovability goes together. Understood? Vidya will not come without tapasya. Even the school going child who is hardly 4 years and 3 years, his bus also comes. And mother has to force him inside the bus. He cries, but he has to go to the school to study. Tapasya hogi uski. He also has to get up in the morning, 6 o'clock. He will cry and he will throw some tantrums. Mother will put on the socks, give him one sandwich to eat, put a tiffin box, and he has to go. Whether it is cold or no Vidya can be gained without tapasya. Whether it is Sanskrit or Vedanta is there. Ishwar has a laws. You cannot break it. Even if you study at home, you have to study. You have to put your head and break your head in front of the book. It is not that easy. Understood, no? So you have to burn your midnight oil. Na kopi shaktah. Therefore, Vedanta Swami is. Therefore, he is Sarveshwara. One last point. There's 3 points I said. Last point. When I say all powerful and powerful, both have difference. What is the difference? Fire is hot. Why? Because fire's nature is to be hot. Very good. But please note, Ishwar is pervading the fire. Because Maya pervades fire and Ishwar is pervading the fire. If he wants, he can make fire cold. Like he did with Hanumanji's tail. Jakar doodh anal jai sirja, jara na sotai karan girja. Fire became cold. When Sita Ma went into the fire to prove her chastity, fire became cold. She had to take a shawl. Water can go up. Dumb person can start, what is it called? Speaking. One Mahatma was there. His name was Pahadi Baba. So some woman came and she had no child. So he said, I have no child. But don't worry, Jao, in 1 year you will have child. Then she said, but I had certain cancer or something. What is removed? Uterus. Womb, what is called? Uterus only. Womb has been removed. How can I have child? And then Mahatma said, Jo bol diya, so bol diya. What I've said is said. Within 1 year she conceived. New womb came up. What cannot happen? Bole, how can that happen? This is what Ishwar is. यही तो ईश्वर है. Therefore, they always said there's infinite possibilities in this world. Don't doubt. We have seen very little, much things happen. Your age is 60, 40. There was greatest saint, Devraha Baba. He was 400, 500 year old. Healthy, huh? Used to come to Prayagraj every year for Magh Mela, Kumbh Mela. So this is omnipotency of the Ishwar. Na kopi shakta, therefore he is called Sarveshwara. I hope you are clear. I give the example of Kalidas. From a dumb and totally blunt person, he became the greatest scholar and dramatist of Sanskrit language. Same was with Panini. He couldn't by heart alphabets. And he became the greatest grammarian. All the Sanskrit he has gifted, all the sutras. So Ishwar's 3-4 point. Why he is called Ishwar? Because he can convert from unmanifest to manifest. What? Karma of prarabdha of jivas, vasanas of jivas, and all the world Second thing about Ishwar, whatever he does, you cannot revoke it. You cannot break any laws of Ishwar. How powerful a government is depends how much laws you can break. How less laws you can break of that government. Here you can break many laws. You can jump traffic signal and you can get away. In Singapore you cannot do that. If anything you do in Singapore, irrespective, you may be minister or anybody, you do some traffic mistakes, automatically from your salary the amount will be cut. Don't worry about that. Your salary is $20,000 or $10,000. Not five. Fine is very little. $5,000 fine for simple mistake of jumping here and there. $5,000. Along with photograph will also come. This is the day and time which you had done this mistake. And your point also will be lost. There is something called point system. You say government is very strong, you know. Forget about stealing, etc. Nothing doing. Robbery, stealing, or taking a march. Nothing. Rule is rule. Very strongly implemented rules are there. Then you say government is very strong. That government, rules are there but it is not implemented like in our life. I thought I'll chant Gita but I have not chanted. I was chatting, therefore I am not chanting. I thought I'll get up in the morning but I couldn't get up. Last birth as a buffalo, so I couldn't get up. The fellows. I thought I'll do meditation, but I couldn't because I was on medication. I broke all my rules. Weak person means who makes a rule and breaks it. A strong person means who makes a rule and his rule he doesn't break it. Intelligent rules, I mean. I hope you are clear about Ishwar. So bring knowing, holding the unmanifest is, don't forget these points. You will not get this somewhere written anywhere. It is difficult to write all these in details. And therefore we need classes. If you don't understand, you will not be able to appreciate Ishwar. Holding it, then manifesting it, it needs a lot of power. Then manifesting without any accessories, but by sankalp, then the laws are irrevocable, and above all, he can change the nature of anything. That is Ishwaratva. Water can become gold. Gold can become water. Angaji's feet could not budge. Trin se bajr trin kar rahi. Most heaviest thing is light sometime. That is Ishwaratva of the Ishwar. Na kopi shaktah tenayam sarveshwarah itirita. I hope you are more convinced about Ishwaratva. And therefore when we worship the Ishwar or propitiate the Ishwar, so actually you are asking many things. You are wanting that that unmanifest should come out which is good and conducive. Don't bring that prarabdha which is in unmanifest and it is dangerous. Please bring out the good ones first. Sweet dish pehle le lete hain. Or if it is not there, you please make it. बोले तो प्रारब्ध में है नहीं. Please do it. Please make it. देखो ध्यान देना मेरी बात. To know how to cook is one thing, but to get ingredients and cook is totally different thing. To know how the earth revolves and rotates is one thing, but to make the earth rotate and revolve is totally different thing. To know something is different, but to make it do what you know, that is different. Ishwar knows everything, and I know he has done bad action, but I can't give him the fruit. But Ishwar knows and gives the fruit. He has the Shakti to give the fruit. So these points are important. Lot of time went on all these things. Now, well, you only are talking about your thing. As if somebody else is saying. You are explaining, then you are responsible for that. So, 161st shlok, let us see. Ashesha prani buddhina vasanas tatra samsthitaha tabih krodikritam sarvam tena sarvagya iritaha. Tatra means in the Ishwar. Ashesh prani buddhi nam. Of all the beings, vasana is there. Just I already mentioned that. Tabhihi krudikritam sarvam. So all that is captured. Krudikritam means he captures everything. He knows, and he knows how to bring it out. Already mentioned. He knows everything. Well, you got it? Use the word you got it. Understanding is another word. You got it? Well, I got it. It's not physicality. Then it is understanding is called got it. I captured it. You have very well captured the minutes. Minutes of the meeting, although you take hours to write, and days to write a minute, but you have captured it very well. You have understood, you have captured the class very well. So, Krudikritam Sarvam, everything he knows. Tena Sarvagya Iritaha. This shlok I already have explained, now which is, he has already got it. Acha, and therefore Ishwar, you cannot say, I do good, but I get bad treatment, Swamiji. I do good, lot of good I do, but treatment I get bad. Everywhere I get bad treatment, bad. That means world doesn't understand. Indirectly you are blaming Ishwar, that Ishwar is not knowing everything. Indirectly you are thinking Ishwar is eccentric and forgettable. He forgot. Or Ishwar has some problem with you, that he is not giving you any good food. I say you have done good. God will give you good in time. Don't worry. He knows your good action. But problem is, I want good from that person whom I don't need good for. And in a fixed time I want. I did good today. Tomorrow he should appreciate me. Only one day I am giving you. And he doesn't appreciate. Very few people appreciate in life, I have known that. He forgot. As Gurudev used to say, people get and forget. He forgot. And you are waiting that he will appreciate. He saw you also, but didn't say anything. He said, hello. He said, I. He went away. And I got very disturbed. I got very, very upset and very angry. Such statements I hear. Then I wondered how you don't know Ishwar. Either Ishwar doesn't like you, therefore he is not appreciating. He doesn't like, then also he is not Ishwar because he is like us only. He also dislike, Ishwar also is like. Or Ishwar has forgotten, he got deleted, or he was seeing somewhere else when you are doing good. You are doing good in Chatsworth. He was in Malvin. There is a place called Malvin. Is your house in Malvin? No? Malvin. Or I was doing good in Port Shafton, and Ishwar had got to Maritsburg. Therefore, Ishwar did not see. But so I sent him the photographs. I send him the video of what I did, so that he can put it in record and give me proper fruit. Because he forgets nowadays. Nowadays, he also forgets. Don't complain, please. If you are doing good, don't complain. All vessels only I have to wash. Don't complain. Either don't do or don't complain. Because complaining will create another fruit of action. Wherever you are doing there, Ishwar is plentifully available. He was available when I was washing the dishes. No, he was in the dishes. He was pervading the dish also, your hand also. And the soap also. And air also. And mind also. And in your mind also. Your intention also. Everything is noted. You will not forget. Never. Yes, Chitragupta. He records everything. Undeletable. He can delete only when you do bad action, then you ask him for forgiveness, then he removes that. But Ishwar will not forget. He will give you the fruit. But you are impatient. You want fruit from that person. And then you get frustrated. And your another fruit is going on right now. Your another fruit is in progress, which is not that good. And this fruit which you have done of washing dishes or whatever, it is in the queue. Well, how far it is away? It's still far away. Because many other fruits are on the road. It will come. Don't you doubt Ishwar or what? He is omnipotent. And Sarvagya, he also knows everything. No, my intentions was very good. Okay, that God will know. Don't worry about that. I'm a very good person by nature. Only thing people irritate me. By nature I'm very good. Only he makes me very angry. Then I shout on him. Then they say something. I am very quiet. I just want to be in my room. Don't disturb anybody. I don't disturb anybody. I also want they should not disturb me also. If they will do, I will also give them back. I'll not keep quiet. Chalo bhai. People, they are very ignorant. Jeev is childish. When you say certain thing, it's a childish and ridiculous remarks. Chalo bhai, next slok. Time is over. Sorry, time is over. It is already 9:43. Oh, a lot of time went in Ishwar. Let us see. But the important topic is there. You will always remember it, and this way you will enrich your understanding. Hari Om Tat Sat. Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.